What's up? So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be ranking every couple skin in Fortnite from worst to best. So we've done a ton of different ranking videos on skins in Fortnite, but what I've never actually done is sat down and looked at couple skins. The thing that's really interesting about Fortnite is you can have a skin that's really good or really bad, and when you're going through your game and you see a duo that is a couple on the horizon, it can be really cool or it can be really derpy. Because sometimes really awesome skins combine to make the most synergistically cool duo ever, and some are just absolute dog poop. Now before we do get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below what you think the scariest duo couple to run into is. In my opinion, it's gotta be a Ghoul Trooper and Ghoul Trooper. Anyways, let's do this. So coming in at our number 34 spot, the worst on our list, I think anyone that's watched any of my other ranking videos will expect this, it's Chromium and Diecast. Chromium and Diecast have always been really bad skins, and in my opinion, adding them together, running them as a duo, it doesn't make them any cooler. They look bad from the front, they look bad while you're using them, they're not intimidating, they're not a cool couple, and they are the lowest placing duo. Coming in at number 33, we have Masked Fury and Dynamo. Now, these guys, again, are just really not good skins. I've talked about this before, that individually they're not good skins. I think they really could have done a better job on them. But again, it's just something that if I were to run into these two in a duos game, I would not be intimidated at all, and I would not think it looks cool. At number 32, we have Criterion and Vertex. Absolute garbage skins. If I had to give these guys a ranking out of 10, well, 0 times 0 is still 0. They're bad. At 31, we have the Triage Trooper and Field Medic, and while I think that this is a neat idea to run as a duo, in practice, they really just don't look all that good, so they're getting a pretty low ranking. At 30, we have the Mullet Marauder and the Aerobic Assassin. Overall, not very intimidating skins, not very cool skins to duo with. It's something that I get where they were going with, but overall, I don't like it. At number 29, we have the Synth Star and Stage Slayer. And really all I gotta say about these skins is they tried to copy Slash, it didn't work. They're trash. Now moving on to number 28, we have the Scorpion and Armadillo, and really, I don't have anything against these skins, I just feel like they're very basic and default and very similar to skins like the Battlehawk, so for that reason, they're gonna rank pretty low. At 27, we have the Reef Raider and Wreck Ranger, and the only thing I have to say with these guys is, of all of the duos you could run in Fortnite, you choose to be scuba dive people. Not the coolest. At 26, we have the Crimson Scout and Scarlet Defender. Again, not really something that I'm overly against, it's just certainly not my favorite duo to run. And topping out at 25, we have the Toxic Trooper and Hazard Agent. These guys kind of make a cool combo, but overall, I just don't like their skins enough on their own, and I just think adding them together really, it doesn't do much for me. At 24, we have Technique and Abstract, and it's not certainly a bad duo to run, okay? We're kind of getting out of the really just ugly looking duos. It's kind of just like mediocre, which is gonna be followed up by the Arctic Assassin and Absolute Zero. Now, if there was a duo out there that actually had both of these skins, I actually think that it'd be fairly cool to run just because it's kind of a unique duo. So nothing overly against these guys, they're just not top tier duos. And at 22, we have Cypher and Circuit Breaker. Now, I know a lot of people actually like Circuit Breaker. I used to hate on him, I've kind of changed my mind a little bit, but ultimately I feel like Cypher, just combining it with this guy, yeah, it's decent skins, but they don't synergize well. I don't look at a Circuit Breaker and Cypher and think the same thing that I would think when I see a Ghoul Trooper and a Ghoul Trooper. They just don't really work. They don't really click. And at 21, we have Dreamflower and Far Out Man. Now, these skins really aren't all that bad, but I just think ultimately the reason that they don't stand out to me is just that they stand for peace and love in a game that's all about killing the enemy. They're very cool skins, they synergize well, but I just don't think it's the coolest couple skin to run. And coming in at number 20, we have Wildcard and the Ace. Now, in my opinion, I think it would be much cooler to run a squad of wildcards that just all have a different suit on their face, but technically the Ace is the couple skin to the wildcard. These skins look great on their own, but adding them together, they just don't look similar enough that it really works, and also due to the fact that, I mean, let's be honest, the Ace is a starter tier skin, so it's never really gonna have that flashy coolness to it. At 19, we have the Mogul Master and the Alpine Ace. If I were to run into a team that were running these two skins, I would be very impressed, but I wouldn't actually think it looks all that cool. And at number 18, we have Jumpshot and Triple Threat, which is actually a pretty good combination. These are overall pretty decent skins, and I think that they work pretty nicely together. But that being said, there are a lot of better couple skins on this list, like Ventura and Venturion. These just work really well because they're overall cool looking skins. They're very similar, so it's kind of almost like running the exact same skin twice, but just a nice little change, and it works for a couple. At 16, we have Nightlight and Light Show. Now, I gotta be honest, props to whoever has the balls to run these two skins in a duo, because really, there are like maybe 3 skins max that stand out more than these guys, and if you're gonna run 2 of them, it's like you're just begging to be shot at. But they do look pretty cool, and for that reason, they rank fairly high. Now, at number 15, we have Overtaker and Whiteout, or as I like to often call, the Stig. These are overall pretty solid skins on their own, and added together, it's just kind of like a nice twist that works out well. Now, coming in at number 14, we have the Bright Bomber and Bright Gunner. This is one of those times where you have a really good skin that just doesn't work with its pair. The Bright Bomber and Bright Gunner just don't really work together. I don't know what it is, but I never even see people really run this because it just doesn't click. I've always said this, but the only point the Bright Gunner was even added into the game was for the back bling so that you could put it on the Bright Bomber. And really, you know, Bright Bomber's a great skin. I know a lot of people like the Bright Gunner, but they just don't work together. Now, coming in at our number 13 spot, we have the Aerial Assault Trooper and the Renegade Raider. So these guys are the OG Season 1 couple, almost the first ever couple in Fortnite, and while they don't look all that good on their own, especially not the Aerial Assault Trooper, if I was in a game and I saw these two in a duos, I would be like, oh my god, I'm dead. I don't even know how to say it. They're cool. They don't look that good, but because they're so rare and they're so OG, if you and your buddy are rocking these guys, you are just automatically cool, no matter how bad they look. At number 12, we have Oblivion and Omega. Really not my favorite combination, but I can't deny that it looks super cool. And at number 11, we have the Cuddle Team Leader and the Love Ranger. Now, this is one of those combinations that really just, it doesn't work, but because of what they are, it does. If it wasn't the fact that these were obviously both Valentine's Day skins, which they are, obviously these wouldn't work. But because they're holiday themed skins, there's just something that makes them so perfect about each other. Okay, maybe that sounds a little obvious, but what I'm saying is they don't look like similar skins, but because they're holiday skins, they work. And topping out our number 10 spot, we have the Bunny Brawler and Rabbit Raider. I love the Bunny Brawler, mostly because she's thick. I don't think the Rabbit Raider looks that great, and also, he's a Jonesy in disguise. Okay, I see you, Jonesy. But I think together, this is a really cool duo to run. See, this is what I'm talking about. 2 bunnies, one's white, one's pink, working together in a duos. This is what the couple skins is all about, and we're finally getting into the good duos. At number 9, we have the Blue Knight and the Royal Squire. Now, these skins are really not all that great on their own. They've got a bit more respect just because they're kind of turning into OGs, but I think if you and your buddy decide to rock these two guys together, I think that's really cool, and I would have a lot of respect for that duo. They're a very classic and iconic duo of Season 2, and they work really well as a couple. At number 8, we have Burnout and Redline. Now, Burnout is an absolutely awesome skin, and I think if Redline hadn't been in the Battle Pass, I might have even ranked these guys higher, but overall, I still think they deserve a high spot on this list. It's a really nice color palette and a really cool concept for skins, and just having 2 together, it looks badass. Okay, coming in at number 7, we have my favorite Christmas skins, Nogops and the Yuletide Ranger. Okay, I think it's pretty simple how I put this. OG skins, Christmas sweaters. That's really all that makes these guys cool, is 2 people running around in Christmas sweaters that nobody else has. One guy's got a Sick Canada hat, the other's got a Santa hat. What more do you want? And this is actually one of my favorite personal combos to run, is me and one of my buddies always rock this. I go Nogops, he goes Yuletide. It's just a classic. Okay, coming in at number 6, we've got a deadly duo. This is Rex and Triceratops. This is one of those really cool duos to run simply because they're obviously like perfect pairs for each other, but they have such a cool contrast. You've got the red and the green, and both I think are really good skins on their own. But you add them both together, okay, the 2 dinosaur skins in the game, It is perfect. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying the great couple skins. You know, it's just two skins that pair so perfectly. Even if they don't look perfectly the same, they just work excellently. Now, number 5, we have Ravage and the Raven. So while Ravage is a pretty new skin, I gotta be honest that I think it is obviously almost a little bit too similar to the Raven. But the thing is it's not quite too similar. They changed the skin up just enough that it looks good and it's unique, and it's obviously got an amazing back bling too. But I really think that running these two skins together is just like, it's a very frightening set. We got the Nevermore set, throwing it back to Edgar Allan Poe. It's very cool, and together they're just like this scary, crazy duo. Now coming in at number 4, we have one of my favorite duos, and this is the Dark Voyager and Dark Vanguard. I love the astronauts so much, and while I don't see this ran around a lot, I think it's a very cool and unique duo to run. And the thing that's even cooler about this is if you want to take it one step further, you can do a full squad of the Dark Vanguard, the Dark Voyager, and then the Mission Specialist and the Moonwalker. It's a super cool duo, and the fact that you can run a 6 squad of it makes it even better. Now, coming in at number 3, I think we have the most intimidating duo of Fortnite history. This is the Ghoul Trooper and Skull Trooper. Again, this is one of those duos that it's not perfectly, you know, it doesn't work. If you just didn't know the context of these two skins, it wouldn't make perfect sense. I mean, yes, obviously they're Halloween skins, but the background, okay, the context of these skins is what makes them so legendary. The only time I've ever run this duo was with Noah, and when you're running this setup, you feel like a god. You feel like the bringer of death, and it is one of the most intimidating things ever to see on the horizon. Oh no, there's a Skull Trooper, and then, oh wait, no, there's a Ghoul Trooper. It is one of the most iconic duos of Fortnite history, and Epic, please don't take them back for Halloween. I think it's gonna happen, and I might make a full video on that, but I'm gonna be really sad if it does. Anyways, moving on to our number 2 spot, we have the Ginger Gunner and Merry Marauder. This is one of those duos, again, that are just absolutely terrifying. It's almost as scary as the Halloween skins, but the thing that makes these two so perfect is obviously they've got the same outfit. You've got the female version, you've got the male version. I just think there's this awe behind the gingerbread skins. I absolutely love them. They come in at number 2. So there's one outfit left, and I think you guys probably, well, maybe expected this. It's my personal favorite skin matched to its pairing, and this is going to be the Red Knight and the Black Knight. Now, when the Red Knight got re-released, it definitely lost a little bit of its specter, but in my opinion, these two skins are the perfect combination for a couple skin. They've got the intimidation factor of the Halloween skins and the unity of the Christmas skins. But, you know, they're different enough, right? It's red and black, right? It's words can't describe how much I love this combination. It is just such an absolute perfect duo to run. Man, it's the Knights. It's always the Knights. Every single time I make one of these videos, Knights are number 1, but for good reason, because they're awesome. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap the video up right there. I hope you enjoyed. If you did and you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe, leave a like. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.